Right, you're being ignored and it's getting on your nerves. You're trying to move things forward, but the other person is just not getting back to you. You're starting to feel like maybe they're not taking you seriously or they just don't care. Well, in this video, we're not excusing any rudeness, but we are going to understand some of the reasons why people might be ignoring you and how you can change your communication style and your approach to increase the chances of getting a response. It all relies on catching that person's attention, and there are different ways that we can do that depending on their personality. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 things that are going to decrease the chances of you getting ignored, and they're great across all areas of life. Whether it's at work, day to day, whether it's in your personal life even, trying to get things done with family and friends, or maybe it's in like a sales context, coming out of the blue. This is going to make you a better, more effective communicator. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to share some secrets with you about the different personality styles and how you can tailor your approach to catch people's attention based on how they are as a person. Let's get into it. Right, if you feel like you're being ignored in your communication, then first of all, we need to look at method energy. It's not a band name. Sounds like it could be a good one though. This is about what method of communication you're using and how much energy it holds. Listen, it's going to be really hard for someone to ignore you if you're stood face to face with them, talking to them in person. Because a face-to-face conversation holds a lot of energy. That would be the method, and it has high energy. Let me share an example of a method that has low energy. Sending an email. Just one email, off it goes, and expecting to get a reply and a response, especially if it's a bit out of the blue. Your expectations are probably a little bit high there. Face-to-face is best. Picking up the phone and speaking to somebody is closely followed second. And then it will be all of our digital methods of communication that, let's face it, we find a little bit easier and a little bit more comfortable, but they have a lower energy. It's easier to ignore someone in an email or a text or a WhatsApp message or a Facebook message or whatever it is that you're using to send that message with. We're not excusing rudeness here, but we are simply respecting the fact that we live in a very noisy world with a lot of things going on. And when we're getting frustrated about being ignored, sometimes we need to take responsibility and lead ourselves forward with better method energy to our communication. And that way, we'll increase the chances of moving things forwards. When you find yourself being ignored, sometimes you've got to look at the quality of your communication. So what I'm talking about here is predominantly with digital messaging, emails, text messages, that sort of thing, is in your questioning. Asking open questions such as, what did you think about this? Or how could you possibly help me with this? Or where should I put that? Or when should we do this thing? Can help increase the chances of catching that person's attention and therefore getting a response or reply. Now again, we're not excusing rudeness here, and we're probably looking at this from a context of coming a little bit out of the blue. Maybe it's an opportunity you're trying to create. Maybe it's even a sales type conversation that you're looking to create. It can also apply in your personal life when you've got friends or family members that you're talking to all of the time, but you're trying to pin them down for like one specific thing and they just keep ignoring it and they're just not acknowledging it. You've got to be able to increase the quality and ask a better question. So think about specific questions that are open questions. What, when, how, where. These are great questions to ask and will give you a better chance of engaging and getting a reply from that person. In those moments when you feel like you're being ignored, when you're sending out messages, trying to get hold of someone, trying to pin someone down for some information, or trying to create an opportunity, maybe in a sales environment, you've got to have in your head that follow-up equals helping. Too many of us are too afraid to send more than one email or make more than one call or go and knock on the door more than once because we feel like we're bothering them or we're pestering them or it's coming across as desperate or annoying. In a busy world where there's a lot of distraction, it's easy for things to slip people's minds. It's easy for things to fall off the radar even when they are important. So we have to assume that in the context that you have, that the other person is either going to be interested or it's within their interest to listen to what you have to say. So be the helpful person, be the helpful voice, follow up, in the form of a reminder or in the form of a great question such as, hey, I sent you an email, what did you think? And don't be afraid to do that 2 or 3 times. Now, of course, there's a limit. And again, we're not excusing rudeness here. But if you want to create things in this world that is noisy and busy, you've got to be willing to put your energy above the line. You've got to be willing to follow up. And when you look at it as a helpful thing, it takes away the problems and the pressure of being a pest. Because if it's interesting or within interest, then it's all good. Now, last thing on this, when you're being ignored, if you happen to know the person, you know what they're like, then this will help you. I'm about to share with you the different types of personality styles using the DISC personality assessment formula, and I'll be able to spell out to you what you could do to increase the chances of getting a response or reply by capturing the other person's attention based on their personality style. So first of all, we have our dominant personality, which is D here. So with a dominant personality, they love focusing on accuracy in the results. So focus things back to what it is that you're trying to do, the result, the outcome. And that will help catch their attention because you'll be sort of speaking their language. I stands for influencer, and these personality types are like people. They're very empathetic. They love collaboration. So focusing on that collaboration is a great way to gain their attention and get their focus so that you can start moving this thing forward. So it could be like, when are we getting together, or when are you free, or what did you think of my idea? That can be something that can really capture that person's attention. A steady person, they like harmony and they really like to support others. So if you can find like a common ground and then ask for help, ask for support, you're more likely to go up in that person's sort of priorities in that moment. So something regarding support. How could you possibly help me with this? Or this is something that I need your help with, will probably capture their attention better than like something that's date-based or more direct. And then lastly, C stands for conscientious, and these types of people, they are very data-driven and they can be very skeptical and objective. But ultimately, we want to be going in with data and facts and evidence. What problems can you see here? I sent you this last Thursday. It's been 4 days. What's going on? Something that's based on data, evidence, something really objective, tends to catch their attention more than anything else. Now remember, we're all a mixture of these things, but if what I'm explaining to you here resonates with you and you think, oh, that's what that person's like at work and I'm always trying to get through to them and they keep ignoring me, then maybe changing your approach might help you just to be more efficient in your communication. There's no right or wrong here. There's no hierarchy. There's no leaderboard on what personality is better than the other. We're just all unique and we've all got different reference points, different experience in life and different ways to communicate and express ourselves in different areas of life too. So I hope this helps you, and it just kind of brings you another layer of help and advice that I can give you, because it's the sort of thing that I do with companies that I work with, particularly with their leadership and management teams, to help them understand each other and communicate better with one another in order to get more things done. So now I'm able to help you in this video. And talking about this video, if you happen to enjoy watching this video and you took some value from it, then subscribe to my channel, because I make videos like this all the time. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.